Hey, someone's on the phone for you.
Hi.
Hi, just calling to let you know that you are on night number 15.
Can I go home now?
I'm sorry, you want to talk to who? Kim? Okay, 1 second, please. You don't act like you didn't answer this phone. Talking about
Yes.
Yes. I'll meet you on the
Yes, we
escalator
have no
later.
bananas today. Yeah.
Woo, guys, night number 15 is complete. Do you want to know the best thing ever? I got the best news ever. I have tonight off. I wasn't going to take the night off, right? I was going to keep on going all the way, but they're going to pay me for the day off. So I'm like, hey, if you're going to pay me for having the day off, well, I might as well take it. You know what I mean? Plus, my period decided to come. I know too much information, but I'm going to tell y'all anyway. And like, you know, I don't like, especially, you know, the first day of your period, it's like the heaviest, and you have to constantly be going to the bathroom and like changing your sanitary item. Like, that's a lot of cross-contamination I'm gonna have to be doing, and like, I really don't want to do that. So I figured it would be best to take today off for those purposes. So I'm excited. I bought breakfast, and I'm gonna hang out with the girls. Like 3 of us are gonna have the night off, and so we're gonna kind of go to Central Park today, and we're gonna go get soup from the soup kitchen. So I'm really excited about this day off. Why is there traffic?
There's probably an accident.
There hasn't been traffic this whole New York time. Woo woo! I'm hype. It's like almost 11 o'clock and I'm still not in bed yet because I don't have to work tonight. So I've really just been cleaning up my room. Like, I haven't had like the hotel people come and like make my bed or anything like that because my room has just been like a mess. So been just kind of like cleaning it up. So something that like our COVID patients really like to do is take their oxygen off. They love to remove their non-rebreather or their BiPAP or their nasal cannula. So for that reason, we actually have a lot of patients in restraints. Like, if you keep on taking off your oxygen, we will restrain you. And then the ones who don't go on restraints, I mean, it's literally like their life if they're not. So it's been, I went off on my patient today because she, you know, there was a little bit of a language barrier, like she's Spanish speaking, but at the same time, she had her non-rebreather mask on the entire time. Her family called on the phone to check on her, and I kind of gave them a rundown and let them know they can call back at any time and that she was doing better. I was just in the room with her. So, you know, I was like, yeah, I was just with her. She's good, da, da, da. I was on the phone with them for like 5 minutes. I get off the phone with them. I'm walking past her room. Her freaking non-rebreather is off her face. Her mask is off her face. Her oxygen saturation is like 58%. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, so I went in the room and I'm like, for people who don't, by the way, know about oxygen saturation, in normal people, like healthy, normal, walking, talking people, like right now my oxygen is probably 99 or 100%. It's usually like 98 to 100%. We would like for it to be above 92%. Okay? So she's like 58%. So I go in the room like, what are you doing? Put your mask on. Put the oxygen on. Muy importante. Importante. I'm like, and she's like, no, I don't like it. I'm like, I don't care if you don't like it. This mask is going on, Missy. I was like, you will die. You will die. Dead. Mal. Very bad. No. And she was like mad at me. And I was putting the mask back over her face. And she was like, ow, ow. And she like screamed. You would have thought I was like beating her up. But I was just she was fighting me to get the mask on. I was like, I am not letting you die, lady. You are not about to die. Because I just talked to your family and told your family you're doing okay. And like, you are keeping this mask on. So she pretty much behaved for the rest of the night. Thank God. I was like watching her like a freaking hawk because she wasn't like bad enough where she needed restraints, but it was just like every now and then she would take her mask off. So that's like so scary to me because I'm always afraid that like they're gonna take their mask off and like die, because that happens. That actually happens like a lot. That actually happened to one of my other nurses in my group. She works on the floor, not in the ED. And she went in her patient's room to like do something, and like he had taken his mask off. He had passed away. You know, so it's like, stop taking your masks off. Leave your oxygen on. The thing about it with COVID is it's easy to get your oxygen back up. Like, if you just stay on the oxygen. That's the thing. Like, if you take them off the oxygen, their oxygen will drop down like this, like to like 60% on room air. And then the moment you give them their oxygen back, they're like 98%. It's freaking miraculous. So it's like easy fix in that sense if they will keep it on, but you take it off and it's like, I have seen people's oxygen saturation go down to 13%. Of course, that lady wasn't like even with it. She was like passed out, but 13%. Most times the pulse oximeter doesn't even read oxygen saturation of 13%. So I was shocked. I was like 13. But man, it's a fight to just try to get these people to keep their oxygen on. And it's just so scary to know that like even though people know that it's important to keep their oxygen on, they're still removing it. It's also interesting because like me and my friends were talking about it, some of my coworkers, like even with COVID, like if we feel like it does something to your brain, like I don't know if it's like the whole fever thing just causing like brain stuff, but not everybody even has a fever. Like a lot of people have COVID, they don't even have a fever. But everyone that has COVID, they're just not there mentally. Like even if they are usually a normal person, it's like everyone is almost like their brain isn't like there. Like it's the weirdest thing. Like there's a mental disconnect going on there, whether it's from fever, whether it's just from illness, whether it's from, you know, high blood sugar, like I don't know, but no one is like fully there. So apparently I went to sleep right after that video. I am not going to make a video today since I will be off. So I'll catch back up with you guys tomorrow night. I'm gonna go get some soup.